This is the KUSI News at 5.
Welcome back to the KUSI News at 5. I'm Alan Denton.
And I'm Sandra Moss. Thank you for joining us.
What Donald Trump says in his speech, the people who live and work along the border will be listening carefully. One group will be paying very close attention: the Border Patrol.
KUSI's Dan Plant has spent some time at the border and found that the threat is changing. He joins us now with the latest border reality check. Dan?
Yeah, you got it. And the reality is the threat is completely different today than it was just a few years ago. The number of Mexican immigrants way down. The number of people from other parts of the world is way up. And that is where it gets really scary. In this case, the problem is not a leaky border. The problem goes a whole lot deeper than that. If you've been to the San Ysidro border lately, you've probably seen it. The Mexico and American flags flying so close, they're almost touching. This is the place where American dreams come true for those who do it right.
Look, I want to keep the asylum system. I want to keep the program we have. I mean, that's like a guiding light, a crown jewel for America. We know that there's people around the world that are in the worst situation and they're being politically persecuted. They need to know that there's one final refuge, or at least part of one, is the United States. I don't want to see the system go away, but it's being abused.
Bill Harris is on the front lines every day, and he sees the changes every day. As a member of the Border Patrol, he feels good about the changes that are happening in San Diego.
We control this area. We control it. This area is beyond a doubt controlled.
But in his line of work, there are things you can control and there are things that you can't. No amount of agents, fences, or technology will fix the current problem. There is a transition happening down here at the border that a lot of people do not know about. As far as Mexican people coming into America, that's down at least 40% over the last 5 years. The big problem now is people coming in from other countries, people who we have no idea who they really are.
We have a lot from Mali, Malawi, a lot of Southwest Asia. We think a lot of them are Pakistanis, but they're claiming India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, China.
While most immigrants from Mexico are taken back across the border, others from around the world are generally not. All they have to do is claim something called credible fear, and they can stay here. It's called asylum.
The asylum system is being broken. It's being misused, it's being abused. Fraud is being committed every single day.
And behind this movement, a worldwide smuggling ring.
There's several large smuggling organizations that are not necessarily cartel, that are around the world, and this is what they do. So when these guys sign up to be transported into the United States, they're given a script. They're told what to say.
Problem is, many of these people are not carrying identification, making it impossible to find out where they're really from.
One of the cleaning women was cleaning our cells and found a Saudi government-issued picture ID in the trash. Apparently what must have happened is somebody did not sanitize the way he should have and kept it hidden in his lining of his jacket or in his sole of his shoe, got nervous, dumped it in the garbage. The problem was when we looked through everybody that we had apprehended that day and who had been in that cell, nobody was claiming they were from Saudi Arabia. Where were most of the 9/11 people from?
Scary, but true. So the men and women on the ground have a request that goes all the way to the top.
One of the things we actually absolutely have to have is the President of the United States and the Secretary of Homeland Security to come out and say, look, this is a treasured system. It's being abused. It's going to stop today.
All right, so he is with the National Border Patrol Council, and releasing all of these people here in San Diego is also the result of a very practical matter. There is simply not enough room to hold everybody who might be considered a threat. The smugglers know this, and they take advantage of it. So yes, America is still the melting pot, and people who truly have a credible fear are always welcome here, and the Border Patrol confirmed that with me. But with these smuggling rings and the terrorists trying to get in, it is literally a whole different threat down at the border these days, and all of us should be aware of that.
Yeah, and it changed relatively quickly too, Dan. Now, we understand that some people, as you have pointed out, would rather be caught at the border than go through the proper channels. Why is that?
Well, it's really weird because apparently if you get captured by the Border Patrol, you get processed much faster than you would if you actually went through the channels. Let's say you're coming in, you're saying, you know, my country down in Haiti, I can't live there anymore. Haiti is one of the countries that we allow in because of the situation down there. But if they go through the proper channels, it can take days, weeks, and even longer. If you get busted by the Border Patrol, they fill out that paperwork, they put you on a bus, they release you with a promise to return, and it happens much faster. So they figured this out. It's a lot faster to get captured and processed than it is to actually go through the proper channels.
All right, interesting report. Dan, thank you.